Hi everybody, welcome to a nice restorative flow. I know that we need this right now. So we are going to start off in a nice easy seat. Today you want to have, if you don't have bolsters, folded up, stacked blankets work just as well. You can roll up towels again or blankets to make skinny bolsters. You can use books. The book that comes to mind are the thick Harry Potter books would be great to use for blocks. You could even drape a blanket over those to soften out the edges. So use your imagination here, whatever you have. Your couch cushions are perfect for this. So don't think about it too much. We'll get right to it here. We'll sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. This time as you breathe in, imagine you could breathe all the way to your root chakra, right there to the tip of your tailbone. Imagine that breath filling in that space. And then exhale, let it all out. Again, deep breath, as deep as you can stand it here. And big audible exhale, don't be shy, no one can hear you. With your next breath, let those shoulders soften and relax. Let them slide down away from your ears. Moving on to your jaw, let your jaw relax and soften, maybe move it from side to side. When your jaw is truly relaxed, your mouth will usually drop open. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Tuning in to the rest of your face, take a nice big inhale here and imagine it just softening right there from between your eyebrows, through your cheeks and back down through your jaw. And again, inhale, softening through our face one more time. And with your next exhale, let's drop our chin to our chest. Bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Gently let the head drop back. Left ear to left shoulder. And on around again. Taking care here that this doesn't hurt. If you are in pain in one of these rolls, slowly move out of it. You want to hang out on one side because that left side's feeling really good. Stay right there for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and switch directions. Nice and easy. I kept it dim in here today, so hopefully I'm not showing up too bright on your TV or your computer for your restorative practice. Nice soft light. Returning back to the center here. Let's take a little creative movement from side to side, moving those ribs from side to side. And then we'll come back to the center, hands on your knees, and we're going to move into that seated cat and cow. So we'll start with cow. Inhale, lift through the heart, roll the shoulders back, opening through that whole front half of your body. And then exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, pull your heart back through your shoulder blades. Inhale back into cow. Exhale into cat. Keep going at your own pace. Two more times. Returning back to neutral. Go ahead and bring your feet on the floor, flat in front of you, palms at your side, and we'll gently windshield wiper from side to side. All right, let's get into it here. We're going to start with legs up the wall. So you're going to scoot right on up to that wall there. I'm going to give you some options here for getting comfortable. So if you'd like to place a blanket under your shoulders, that's a nice comfort for your blanket, even under your hips if you need it. I'm going to choose to drape my shoulder blades around this bolster today, opening up my chest, letting my head drop back. So choice is yours. Remember, we're going to be in these poses anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes today. I will keep your timer for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You just need to relax. That's your job. So bring those legs right on up against that wall. If your bottom does not make it all the way to the wall, you can, I don't know why I can't get to the wall today. I'm stuck. You can put a block or a blanket or a bolster or whatever you have between you and the wall to give you that connection. And then I'm going to bring this bolster right underneath of my shoulders, tucking it in here. The sweater's in the way now. All right, do over here. Got this. Okay. My legs are up, draped over my bolster. I'm choosing to put my arms out to my side here. If you'd rather place your arms on your belly or bring your arms above your head, you are welcome to do that. So finding yourself all the way to comfort, whatever's working for you here. Take a big deep breath in. Big exhale out as you sink into this pose and begin to relax. If your legs start to get heavy, just gently let them start to slide to the outside. Now we'll get our little timer going. Send those thoughts away. If you're having a hard time sending your thoughts away, tune into that red color of your root chakra right there at the tip of your tailbone and meditate on that. Just relax. our attention to your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes a little bit. And then if you'd like to, this is just an option, you can slide your feet together in butterfly, letting those legs sink toward you, opening the knees to the outside, and then sinking back into stillness. On your next breath, bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs, gently guiding those legs together. If you need to lengthen them back up the wall, feel free to do that. And then gently let your legs drop over to one side. And then we're going to slowly come around back to our mats. Let's go ahead and come into a tabletop here. Move our hips around a little bit if that feels good to you. And then from here, we're going to come into that supported child's pose. So if you're at home and you have blankets, just stack up, make a nice stack of blankets for yourself. If you have all the props, then go ahead and get yourself a block, make yourself a bolster ramp, whatever you like here. We're gonna bring our toes together, knees mat distance apart as far as you can stand it. Inhale nice and long, lifting those ribs off your hips and then coming forward. Now we're going to start off on one side. Halfway through, I'll cue you to turn to the other cheek if that's comfortable. If keeping your legs in child's pose for an extended period of time is a little much, then you can come around into this wide-legged forward fold instead. Do what's right for your body. Once you get here, if you are kind of hunched over and there's a lot of space between you and your bolster, put some blankets in here. If you've got other bolsters, you can put anything in here that will keep you nice and elevated. I take a nice fleece blanket, just kind of wad it up and put it in here, and it's so comfortable to sink onto. So those are some options for you. So I'm going to take the blanket option today. Right. So toes together, knees apart. Inhale and exhale. Come right on around your bolster. Resting on one cheek, and then I'll cue you to move to the other side. Take a nice deep breath in and sink right around your pillows or your blankets. Clearing your mind. Or tune into that solar plexus chakra, if you like, right from your ribs to your belly button. Color associated with this space is yellow, so you can tune into that nice yellow color as you relax. On your next inhale, gently lift your head, turning to the other cheek, resting on that left side. Let your head and neck relax, melting onto your blanket or your bolster. With your next breath, press those palms into the mat and inhale, walk the hands back until you're sitting on your heel. Or can slowly slide those blankets away, back into a tabletop. From here, we're going to extend our legs out nice and long, coming all the way to our belly. Have a nice deep inhale here, and with your exhale, extend your right arm straight off to the right side like a little T. And then with your exhale, gently roll over onto that right shoulder. Your head and neck should be on something, so if this is uncomfortable for you, I'm a little too close to the wall. If you need something under your head and neck, roll up a blanket, put a pillow under there. You're at home, grab your pillow from your bed. Let it rest right there under your head. Check in on that shoulder. If your shoulder feels like it's kind of driving into the ground a little too much, a blanket can make a huge bit of difference here, a huge difference. Bring that blanket nice and flat and give your shoulder that little extra comfort that it might need. And then instead of kind of just feeling suspended here through the front, you can bring in another blanket or a bolster or a kid or a pet, whatever you've got at home. Snuggle that. Once you're here, if you'd like to take that left leg and bend it and bring it on top of that bolster, you can. Now we're stretching into our shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale here and exhale, relax, sinking into our shoulder. Continuing to tune into that yellow color if you need something to keep your mind from wandering. With your next breath, gently roll over onto your belly and let's get ready for the other side. Slide that blanket over if you're using a blanket, extra support under your shoulder. Bring your bolster to the other side. Back onto your belly. Have an inhale and then exhale. Extend your left arm and gently roll over onto that left shoulder. Again, make sure your head and neck are supported. Bring that bolster into your belly. You can drape that right leg over your bolster. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Sink into that shoulder. Resting. With your next breath, gently roll over onto your belly. Slide that left arm in, pressing yourself up into a tabletop. And you can slide briefly into a child's pose for just a couple of breaths. And then from here, we're going to get ready for pigeon. As many of you know, pigeon is one of my favorite poses. So we're going to come right on up, back up into our tabletop. Keep your bolster nearby. We'll start with that left leg. That's my leg that's visible to you. On an exhale, extend your left leg. Push into your left toes. Stretch through that left calf. And then on an inhale, slide that left knee to your left wrist. Get that foot out from underneath of you. You don't want to be resting on that foot. Slide that right leg back, squaring those hips up to the front of your mat if you can. Now remember, if you need support, get some support under that hip. I don't want you to be suspended there in pain. You want it to be comfortable. And my personal preference is to take my bolster and drape it along the angle, or drape it, bring it right along the angle of my left shin here. You can bring yours out here if you prefer, so find what's comfortable. Then inhale, lengthening through our spine, and exhale, coming right on around that bolster, snuggling right on up to it. If you prefer just to have no bolster and come all the way to your mat, that is absolutely fine too. Taking a big deep breath in. And exhale, sink into that hip as you rest. On your next inhale, gently lift your head and press those palms into the mat. returning to a tabletop. Once you're there, move those hips around. And let's get ready for the right side. On your exhale, extend that right leg, push through those toes, stretching into that calf. And then inhale, bring that right knee into your right wrist, getting that foot out from underneath of you. Exhale, slide that left leg back. Bring that bolster right up against that shin or out in front of you, or maybe no bolster at all is more your speed, whatever you like here. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinging over around that bolster. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, sink into that right hip. On your inhale, gently lift your head. Press those palms into the mat, bringing yourself back into tabletop. Moving those hips from side to side, or maybe taking some hip circles here if they sound good to you, whatever sounds good. And it's time for our final resting pose. If you are feeling like doing something else, you don't have to do what I'm doing. If you're up to something else, go for it. I'm going to move into a supported fish here. So I'm going to take this skinny bolster, bring a blanket over it so I have a little extra support for my knees today. And then I'm going to sit right here onto my bolster. My preference is to roll all the way back to where my head is dangling off the back, kind of where my neck is meeting at the corner here, getting me a little stretch through my neck and my shoulders. And then I'm going to drape my legs right on around. And then if you feel like you don't have enough support for your bottom, a bolster, a block, whatever you have to put underneath that space will work. Bringing your arms off to the side to a T or above your head, whatever feels right for you here. Take a nice deep breath in. Big exhale out as you melt onto your bolsters and your blankets. Again, big deep breath in. Exhale, relaxing just a little bit more. One more time, big breath in. And relax. In this position, you can tune into your heart chakra, which is green, or your throat chakra, which is blue. Whatever comes to mind here, tune into that space and rest. With your next breath, bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Tuning into your breath, feeling the rise and fall. And either quietly to yourself or just in your mind, repeat after me. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will give thanks for my many blessings. Just for today, I will be kind to my neighbor and all living things. Stay right where you're at. We'll close our practice here and take your time waking yourself up when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining.